All right, folks. What a game. What a game. Oh my goodness. So I know it's late night, but we are going to definitely churn through it. Of course, we're going to talk about everything from this game. We're going to talk about, of course, you know, the drops. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly in this game. We're going to talk about how Musa basically stared into the face of pressure and delivered for the most part. Played a clean game, only was sacked one time tonight as well. So we'll be talking about all of it. Definitely be talking about, two key factors in this game that turn this game in FAMU's favor, among other things, such as that. Why the bye week is now come at a critical time. This was about as good of a time. This is a great feeling to have going into a bye week. You're now sitting there 5-1, 4-0 in the conference, sitting pretty going into a bye week. Best feeling you could have. I'm still trying to hydrate myself from that. That was insane. But yes, so we're going to talk about all of it. Don't go anywhere. Intros next. Get comfortable. I know some of you are still walking out of Montfort Stadium and everything. I know some of you may still be trying to catch your breath or pouring yourself a drink. So go ahead and just pour those drinks as you're making your way out of Montfort, or if you're in the car driving somewhere, get comfy, sit back, relax. Intros next. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a fun one. All right. So, yes, the comment section is open. So, let me go ahead and just say that now. Yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel and everything as well. To make sure you leave a comment. So, be sure to, please leave a comment and stuff. We're going to talk about a few things. We're actually going to talk about some history that was once again made tonight. You won't believe it, but history was once again made tonight. So, I actually just put this out. It's actually very funny that this happened. So remember how I was saying the last time Southern beat FAMU in Baton Rouge, I wasn't even alive, nor were the majority of the people associated with this page. None of us were, for the most part, alive. Maybe one of us. Well, actually, no, one of us was, two. But it's funny. So wait, we got a comment. I need a drink. Yeah, I'm gonna pour myself a drink. Hey, go ahead and get you one, man. Go ahead, get you in and get comfy. It's a Saturday night. You're relaxing. It's almost 11 o'clock, and just get comfy and relax. Have a good time. But yeah, so the funny thing about tonight is the last time Southern beat FAMU in Baton Rouge, Nintendo 64 was released. Bill Clinton was still the president and having his entanglement with Monica Lewinsky at that. The price of gas was 123. Bet we all wish that was still a thing. Independence Day was the number one movie. Backstreet Boys released their first album, and I'm pretty sure all of you remember Dial Up as well. So it's been a long time since. Also, too, I think that was also to take a jab at the Cowboys. I think that was also the last time that we all kind of remember the Cowboys like winning a Super Bowl. So it's been quite a while. So who knows? Maybe if Southern ever decides that they're going to grow a set and win in Baton Rouge against FAMU, the Cowboys might actually make it to the Super Bowl at the same time too. But Who knows? That was stressful. I mean, you know, after over time you get used to it. I mean, it reminded me of the 2021 game, honestly. Not 2021, the 2019 game, to be honest with you. That's the one it reminded me of. It was everything that Willie Simmons said it was going to be. It was knockdown, drag out. It was physical. It was, you got to know as well too. History is your greatest teacher. When you go to Baton Rouge, don't expect things to always go your way. That is a very true fact. It's always a dogfight like this. Now next year, if and I'm confident with what FAMU has coming back for next year, I expect FAMU to have a not an easier time, but FAMU to be more at home and feel better about their bearings with this game. Also, too, going forward, I'm gonna be real with you. March 100 needs to go to Baton Rouge. I'm just gonna be real. March 100 needs to go to Baton Rouge from now on going forward, because you could see where their presence was missed tonight. You could just see it just watching that game. Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, when Southern gets going and stuff, and the human jukebox gets going, like you need something to counteract that as a catalyst, some type of way, shape, or form. Because the energy that you saw tonight in Mumford Stadium from Southern, you did not get that back in 2021 when the 100 was there. Because Southern had someone to go against. Yeah, no, I agree. So, with that being said, of course, we'll go ahead and dive right into it. First play, fourth quarter, with 4 minutes left to go. You had two guys that were in the same vicinity and one of them ran the wrong route. And the crowd would have been better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I think so too. I think the crowd would have been better. I think the crowd would have definitely been better tonight. More people would have traveled. It would have been more electric. It would have, easily. But they're going to Texas Southern. We're going to Houston in 2 weeks. So, I'm sure that's going to be a large draw as well. But with that being said, FAMU's offense was shut out in the first half for the first time since the West Florida game. Got the scoring started with Joe in the second half. In the second quarter, offense found a rhythm there with up tempo. You had a running back pass on 2nd and 1, which I'm sure a lot of us were scratching our heads about, which I don't get why you would do that. I question that myself. I don't get that. It's, you play the field position. You had 2nd and short. Even if you don't get it on 2nd and short, you still got the 3rd and 1. Play action was your best friend tonight, as it always is. Or even the little throwback pass to Kamari Young, where you had the coverage or the defense roll one way with Musa, Kamari Young back on the other side. Any one of those would have probably worked in that instance. And then you also had it led to a Southern TD, but FAMU blocked the extra point attempt. Kendall Bowler ran it back, got 2 points out of the deal. And then you had the muffed Southern punt, which I felt kind of, flipped the script and kind of led to FAMU taking the lead, but then relinquishing it eventually because Southern hit a huge TD with 11:40 in the fourth. 2 Southern PI calls on that drive where Kobe Gross and Musa hooked up for a TD that kept that drive alive, thankfully. As well, too, Shareed left the game in the third quarter after getting blasted. Not sure of what his state is right now. Hopefully he's okay. The other thing, too, that I wondered was, we didn't see Jaquez Yant in, for the majority of the night, really, after his lone TD. I'm hoping that wasn't an injury, but hopefully he's okay as well. And then obviously the one that a lot of people are going to point to, too, is the Musa missing Terrell Jennings, but, I think, honestly, that was a relentless blitz. Musa had to get that off as fast as possible, running back rolling out like that. But even still, eventually, you called a game with the Jamar Gassett TD pass, so it still worked out in the end. But overall, too, something's got to be done with these drops, man. Something's got to be done about the drops as well. You had 2 drops by Manigo today that I counted. You had 1 drop by Oxendine on a key 4th and 9, and then you had 1 drop by Nick Dixon. But the one with Nick Dixon didn't really impact you so much. Well, really, I mean, honestly, if most of these drops don't happen and you look at Moose's stat line of 325 passing yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions tonight, Moose could have easily had a 400-yard game if some of these drops are catches. Because Manigo on the first one that he dropped, if he catches that, he's still running for like a good 15, 20 yards before they actually tackle him. Darian Oxendine's 4th and 9 conversion, he converts that. That's probably leading to another touchdown. So you do the math. Actually, geez. Let's go ahead and do math here. So you do the math. If FAMU converts off of that 4th and 8 that Darian Oxendine dropped, it's 33-19. Yeah, he was. He played a really good game tonight. When he got faced with adversity, he answered the bell. When FAMU got down 19-16, he responded. Got him in field goal range. Only got sacked 1 time tonight. Kudos to the offensive line. When it was tied up 19-19 and they needed a play to put this game away, he answered the bell, firing it to Jamari Gassett. Short field, play action pass to Kobe Gross. Beautiful. Like he answered the bell. And that, regardless of what we all may think, that's why he's your quarterback. And games like this, where you get knocked down, drag out, it's physical. You have guys that are, damn near about to get in a fight after every whistle. Good teams find ways to win games like these. And I've been saying this since 2021. This is a good football team that's still trying to find themselves and get better and more consistent and still trying to put together a complete game. Yeah. No, don't worry. Yeah, definitely facts over feelings here. This is a good football team that's still trying to find its way and still trying to play and still chasing that perfect game or that complete game. Because tonight still wasn't the complete game. They walk through the first quarter. I'm also a stickler for perfection with it. They walk through the first quarter. I'm just going to call it what it is. And they also had a lot of drops. Oh, my bad. I thought you commented something else. But, yeah. So, yeah. As far as your leading rusher goes, Terrell Jennings, 7 carries, 34 yards. The wealth was spread around those 67 total yards from the running game, which I thought it was more. It felt like it was somewhat more. 31-53 from Musa, 325 yards, 2 passing TDs from Musa. Marcus Riley, again, with another 90-yard performance. 7 receptions, 97 yards. And then Kamari Young, who's proven to be a very reliable check down source off of play actions or just a safety valve for Musa. 6 receptions, 68 yards. Jamar Gassett, your 3rd leading receiver, 3 receptions, 39 yards, 1 TD. Jamari Shareed, who hopefully is okay. After taking that big hit, he finished his night with 3 receptions, 31 yards. Very impressive. Overall, I liked what I saw tonight. I was very impressed. Kicking game got in on the action, answered the bell when it was called upon. I'm noticing now. Oh, yeah, he was very huge. He was huge. If you notice, it's like he's proving to be the check down guy, the play action off of the release guy. While Kobe Gross, 9 times out of 10 in the red zone, is the red zone threat at tight end. So they both serve a significant purpose in this offense for different reasons. and realistically, you could really switch them. You could really switch the two into each other's roles, and you'll probably get the same results, maybe even more. But both of them are bruisers. Both of them can get the job done. Both of them are excellent off of play action because they get lost in coverage as big as they are, which I question defensive coordinators so far for that, but it's been excellent. And honestly, the play calling tonight, aside from the 2nd and 1, I thought was good. Play action, get Moose on the run, moving him right, moving him left, letting him throw it. I was impressed by that. I liked what I saw with it. It's just a matter of now cleaning up the drop passes. If you clean up the drop passes, this wouldn't even have been a one-score game tonight. It wouldn't have. Also, by the way, too, this is also the first team to score, the first FCS team to score more than 10 points on FAMU's defense. But I gave it a pass tonight because, Southern pretty much practically hit it on the dot, their season average of 18 points. They got one extra point with 19, but it's fine. I will say, wide receivers got to catch passes, man. Wide receivers got to catch passes. But the beautiful thing now is you're going into a bye week. You saw Jamari Shareed sustain an injury. You still have Jeremiah Pruitt, who's out with an injury. You still have Jalen Goss, who's out with an injury. So the bye week came at the perfect time after such a physical game. These guys get to now go home, go relax, catch up on classes, lift and maintain the weight that you've gained and put on and stuff. Get some more guys back. Do what you need to do. Get healthy throughout this week. You have 2 weeks now, essentially, to prepare for Texas Southern. And quite honestly, without Andrew Body, what are they going to look like? We'll see. That's a game that you should be able to win and get back on track by winning by 20 or more. We'll see. Expect every game to be a dogfight from here on out. So I'm just going to say that now. So we might as well be ready in 2 weeks to be stressed. Just be ready. Just want to throw that out there now. But yeah, overall, impressed with the win. It's like I said, it's never easy going into Mumford. Liked what I saw tonight. Great effort all around by this team. This is a good football team. Good teams find ways to win games like this. Wow, Harold Blood only completed 19 passes. Wow, that's insane. They are definitely a run-heavy team. Also, didn't even give up 100 yards to any individual. They gave up 125 on the ground, but, it is what it is. Dude, no, I'm saying, only 19 passes tonight, as much. Jeez. No, it's insane. The other thing, too, is before anything else, I will say I'm thoroughly impressed with the performance of Isaiah Major tonight. Also, he stood in there. He stood in there, did his job, stared into the face of Southern's entire offensive front, and got in the face of every running back and told him, I'm that guy. Pretty much. And he did it all night long. He and Jordan Moore, Eric Horn and company, Johnny Chaney Jr., all of them. Anthony Dunn calling game with that late sack. I was impressed. Yeah, he is. You can definitely tell he is the alpha on this defense. I know everybody's fans of, Jordan Moore or Johnny Chaney or Anthony Dunn, but your alpha on that defense is Isaiah Major. He is the big-time shot caller on that defense. It is nobody else but him. I mean, well, I shouldn't say it like that. That sounds very selfish. But I will say no. He's the leader on that defense. The supporting cast, of course, they play a significant, vital role and everything. But the man in the middle that calls the plays, he's a dog, and they take on the rest of the defense takes on the personality of him, and you can see they play to an expectation. Held held their defensive ends in check. Yeah, there's still too many. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's still way too many penalties, and that is something that needs to be cleaned up. But for some reason, I don't get it. It's always like that. 10 penalties for 100 yards tonight. They hit that right on the dot. 10 penalties for 100 yards. Southern had 7 penalties for 73 yards. A lot of them, you saw a false start, and that's the thing that if you listen to Willie Simmons' interviews enough, he always says those are the penalties that irk him, are the penalties that happen before the play and after the play. So you have false starts, which we saw a couple of. You had holdings where you would see the times Musa did run. When Musa took off running, you see a guy like Ashton Grable holding up a defensive end, and you're like, golly, it's coming back. But Musa did what he had to do to extend the play. So, part of that is Willie Simmons isn't too upset with penalties that happen during the play, so like a hold, but it's more so like the false start penalties that have to stop. The false starts, after the play scuffles and everything such as that, those have to stop. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. One of the things that Julian Edelman was so good at doing was just after he made a play, not saying anything to anybody, just getting up and just going back to the huddle and just running his route again, letting his play do the talking. It's so simple to do. If they're going to try to get inside, for one, it shows that they can't get inside your head. So yes, penalties have to stop, but at the same time too, it's like guys got to be more disciplined. Guys have to be much more disciplined. Okay, we got another comment. Penalties definitely ruined. They did. Also, too, it's penalties, drops, and mental mistakes such as stepping out of bounds, things like that. It was a large accumulation of multiple things. You had, from what I counted 4 drops. I'm sure there was more. Some people said 6, some people said more. And then you had, of course, false start penalties. You had holding penalties. And then you had illegal touching where guys stepped out of bounds and made catches, things like that. You had a hold on Kareem Burke where it was obvious his arms were outside when they should have been inside. And then also, too, I will say the hit on Jamari Shareed was not targeting. That was clean. As much as we want to say it was targeting, it wasn't targeting. That was a clean hit. I'm just gonna call it what it is. He got rocked. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he can come back and play in 2 weeks. That was the beautiful thing about the bye week, is now he has time to let it hurt, let him get over it, and be back. Hopefully he didn't have any fractured ribs or anything, because buddy got lit up. Buddy got lit up. All right. So, overall tonight also too, 27 first downs for FAMU. Time of possession was dominated by FAMU. Well, not dominated, but time of possession was won by FAMU tonight too. 34 minutes and 54 seconds to Southern's 25 minutes and 6 seconds as well. FAMU didn't exactly cover the line. They were favored by 8, but they won by 7. Fair enough. That's okay. Perfectly fine. But, well, trying to figure out what else is there to really talk about other than the fact, just like I said earlier, get healthy, get to the bye week. Now, focus on Texas Southern. You got 2 weeks to prepare for that. And then after that, it's the big one. It's homecoming. And hope to see all of you there for that. Can't wait for it. Looking forward to that. But that's all I got for this evening. I know it's actually 11 o'clock. And I know people are tired, and I know people want to go to sleep. I know people are tired of hearing me talk. So I'm not going to hold y'all much longer. It's 11 o'clock at night. And there's one more game, or really a couple more games left on TV. So I'm gonna get out of here for the night because I'm tired. I know y'all are tired. I know that was a very draining game. It was wild. It was stressful. I understand. If you're enjoying your drink, enjoy your drink, relax, kick back, enjoy the night. Appreciate y'all so much for watching and stuff. If you haven't already, like I said earlier, please leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, of course. And as always, we won't be back next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks to talk about FAMU and Texas Southern. I believe the Run and Gun podcast is back again for season 7 next week because Ace definitely wants to talk about the Saints and their falters here in week 5. So we'll be back doing that as well. So yes, folks, as always, stay safe, stay blessed. We will see you in 2 weeks for this. We'll see you on Wednesday night, possibly, for the Run and Gun podcast.